Hi, my name is Jaydan Moore, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a really simple hollow form ring. I think this is an awesome starter to making a hollow form, and you can kind of take this simple design and make any kind of complex design that you want to, but just by changing a few little simple alterations of the actual object. So first thing I want to do is I've made my silver band for the inside of the ring, the inner sleeve, and then I've made an outer edge that will become kind of the base for the whole ring. So once I've got those kind of two templates, I'm going to just solder the sleeve into the copper band. First thing I want to do is I want to just get my flux melted, and since both bands are the same thickness, I don't really have to worry about heating one more than the other. I'm going to put up my little solder pallions on the base where the two pieces meet. And there you go, first step. Pickle it, and then my next step is I'm going to sand off the excess so that the two copper and silver bands are meeting up with each other perfectly. So I'm going to put flux on both sides. Put that right up there. So since I don't have my solder up there yet, I'm just going to heat it up really fast to make sure that flux gets melted. I start putting pallions up. I like to put the solder pieces on the outside. Even though you're not going to be seeing the inside, the outside's going to get cut off anyways, so it'll make a really nice inner seam. You're going to have to remember to put solder on the inside ring as well, the silver band. When I start to melt the solder on this ring, I like to start at the top because I have a seam already in this piece on the bottom, and I don't want that to get liquidy and melt. There it goes. I'm going to work my way down. Quench and pickle. So now what I'm going to do is cut off the excess. I'm just going to clean it up so that it's not going to consume heat when I solder on the next plate. I'm just going to cut off what I need to. I'm going to scribe a line across from the two top edges of my outer side pieces. Now that that's been cleaned up slightly, I'm ready to solder on my next piece. So I'm going to start reheating again. The real trick with pick soldering is you want both the flux on your pick to be tacky as well as the flux on your piece. And it's just trying to keep that tackiness the whole way through and making that tackiness either loose or more tacky to take that solder ball. So I think the thing that I always tell my beginning students is that torch is supposed to come with your pick. We're ready to quench and pickle. Super important, you have to have a hole of some sort in your piece. You don't want to have a vacuum in there because it could possibly explode. So I've just put a little drill hole up at the top there. Your hole can be anything. It could be a nice little decorative element, anything that you might think would be nice to have on your ring. I know the ring doesn't look like much yet, but once you get this on, then you can do the filing and cleaning up and adding little decorative elements. All right. Alright, so now I've cut off the excess from the top and I'm ready to just file away. What's really great is if you make your ring with a little bit thicker gauge, I'm using 20 here, you can usually put in some kind of chamfers and bevels to actually make your piece look like it's got some rounded edges, much more than if you did like a 22 or a 24. So I'm going to just start wherever you'd like.